Hey, Llama here, and welcome to our next cave run through. This is the hard water cave. This is the second hardest cave on the island map. Potentially the second hardest cave in the game. Of course, we haven't seen what Wildcard have got in store with us with some of the other caves, but as far as the changes that they might be making to them, but this one is definitely up there. Now, today we're going to do a full run through of this cave where I'll show you where the artifact is. I'm going to show you where the explorer notes. There are 3 explorer notes in this cave, 1 of them underwater and 2 of them are on land. So here's the thing, this cave, super hard. I can't stress how many bad things we're going to come across in this cave. This is nothing like the other water cave, for sure. Now, when we do this cave, we're going to have to do it in 2 lots, because the on-land section also has some pretty beefy creatures, and it's not something you want to do on foot. So I'm going to try and run through with the Basilow first. And then once we've cleared the cave with the Basilow, assuming that goes well, then we're going to come back very quickly and we're going to get a Sarco out and we're going to run through the cave quickly, like just absolutely bolt through the cave, ignoring everything around us to try and make it to the end chamber where we can get up on land and get ourselves those final 2 explorer notes. So let's see, I have done this before. Let's see how it goes, this strategy. Now, in order to do this, we need to be able to unpod the Sarco, because I don't really want to leave it lying around outside while we're doing the rest of the cave. So what I've got is I've got myself, I've just put a couple of pillars down here. This is 6 pillars, I think, here to get us above water. Now, you can use vacuum compartments and a tech generator and all that good stuff, but I have not done that because that's a bit sort of end game. And I guess this cave, you could say this cave is a bit end game in itself, but if you're looking to do this before you get all of your sort of high-end tech gear, then I wanted this to be achievable as well. So we are going to whack ourselves down on top of here. We're going to stick our tech fridge. I'm going to disable snapping, and I'm just going to stick it out basically as far out as it'll go, like that. That is obviously unpowered. We'll pop some fuel in the generator, turn that on, get ourselves our bed out, and we can place that, well, wherever we want, I guess. There will do. All right, now we have, as I said, we've got our Sarco there. We have our Basilow. The Sarco's already got a saddle on it. We have some scuba tanks, and we've got, let's see, we've got some raw meat. We're going to bring that with us, and I'll explain that in a sec. So first things first, let's put this Sarco in the cryo fridge, because we're not going to need that yet. And how well the rest of the cave goes will depend on whether we need it at all. Oh, I gotta say, not a huge fan of this cave, to be fair. Not a huge fan at all. I hope I've brought enough scuba tanks, that's the other thing. And we'll see if we've got to sort of cut halfway through and go and get another scuba tank. Let's drop in the water. Alright, we will throw out the Basilow. Oh, that's already got a saddle on it. Oh, it's already got a 124 on it. Okay. Gee, I must have an abundance of those. Alright, well, we're going to leave him there. Well, I hope he's not leveled now. I'm starting to think maybe he's leveled. If he's leveled, I'm in trouble, because I was hoping to be able to add further levels. He is leveled. Right then. Ah, this is not going to go well. All right. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. Let's go. We're here. What could go wrong? All right. Well, look, yeah, not the Basileau I'd hoped. He's obviously, I've obviously used him for something. So, as you can see, no mutations, just bred. And yeah, only 28k health, only 582 melee. That's, oh dear. All right. Well, let's go. So we're going to head down. Give you an idea, here's where we are on the map, off to the east side, where that green arrow is, and that is roughly 43.994.8, so 44.95, let's call it for cash. And if we head down here, we should be able to find the entrance to the cave. Is this it here? Yeah, this looks like it here. So there, up there is where we had built. This is the entrance to the cave. So let me show you again, 45.5, 96.7. This is where we go in. I'm not overly hopeful about this. I don't think the Basileau's as good as I'd hoped. Let's see how we go. I started to wish I'd brought the other one, the one for this on this playthrough, which has actually got like 50k health. Now, the trick with this cave, so I'm going to be honest, going into this cave, you want to go slowly, yeah, because everything will aggro on you. So what have we got here? This is an eel. This is going to be I don't know, it's only a level 100 to be fair. So as you come into this cave, everything's going to want to aggro you. And what you're going to want to do is basically just tackle a few things at a time. Now, people will tell you that this cave is there are over spawns in this cave, and I believe that might be true if you're playing on unofficial servers, or if you're playing on single player, for example. I think there's a bit of a bug where the creatures do over spawn, but on official it is still a heavily populated cave, and heavily populated with high level creatures. However, if you don't go bolting on in there, it's manageable. Yeah, so you really do need to just go in bit at a time, which is what I'm doing here. As you go in a little section, stuff will aggro towards you. You need to stop, fight it, kill it, and then continue. Yeah, so I can see already from here that there are donkeys level 300. There's a level 50. I want to try and avoid aggroing the donkeys if I can. And hopefully, if there's no alpha in this section, you can get away with that. So that's what I'm going to be hoping for. And if we go up high, we shouldn't. So we've got a Megalodon there. Nothing looks like it's alpha boosted, which is good news. So let's head up to the top of the cave. If we aggro the sharks, that's okay. So the sharks are manageable. The donkeys, the moment you hit one of them, they all swarm you. And that's where you really do need to be careful. There's a few up the top here, mind you, I'm going to have to watch for. Yeah. So here comes that shark, because that's the 120. This guy should not be a problem, even for this Basileau. We should be fine. And I don't think it's not even make boosted, so we may have got pretty lucky in this section of the cave, to be fair. Alright. Now, let's continue. But slowly, okay? This is the trick. Slowly. You don't want to do this cave too quickly. It'll feel like you're going at a snail's pace, and that's why I said I'm not sure I've brought enough scuba tanks, because you really do. Here we go. Here's another shark. This is only a level 50. You're a piece of cake. Well, you're not. You're a shark, but... And we've got a eel, another eel. Don't know if I'm actually hitting that shark. I think it might be... Alright, so we've got a few eels coming now. These are all very high level eels. And I think, did we get the shark? I think we might have got the shark. So I'm just going to chill here. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to chill here. I'm going to let all these eels come to me, and I'm going to kill them one at a time. Here we go. We've got another shark coming. So this is, again, this is the trick with this cave. So these, we're lucky the sharks are low level. We haven't hit any level 300 sharks yet. And we have not hit any alphas, which is even better. But at this stage, again, we're just going to go softly does it. We're going to go a bit at a time. We've got a couple of levels, which I'm not going to say no to. And so far, we're doing okay. Let's nudge our way in a little bit further. Okay, ease our way around the corner and see what we've got. Now, usually a whole load of stuff will appear from around here. We can see there's a shark down there. As soon as one of these comes towards you, pretty much everything in the cave will head. So that's a 190 Megalodon. I don't know what else. There will be a whole load here that we cannot see. I can guarantee you that. So again, it's like you just gently does it. One little nudge at a time. And wait for that guy to come towards us. Here we go. So now he's coming. Now we get to see what else is on its way. We've got some eels. Yep, we got more sharks. So that's a 190. The eels I'm not too fussed about. We don't have anything alpha boosted. We've got a few sharks. The sharks are the concern. One's a level 300. One's a level 90. That's okay. One's a 180. One's a 190. Alright, so again, trick here. Don't move. Just stay here. Don't swim around. Don't do anything, just bite and kill as many of these sharks as we can before you start progressing further through the cave. Because the moment, you can see there's another one heading in already, the moment we start heading further in the cave, more sharks will aggro and they will come towards you. Alright, that's only a level 50, we're good. The level 190 that's behind us, I don't think we're actually hitting, which is a bit of an issue. Let's see if I can face the other way. No, we're not hitting it, so I'm going to have to move. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to move. This one seems very intent on my back end and nothing else. Yeah, she's gone round the back again. Okay, here we go. We got that other, can't remember what level that one was, low level 50. Alright, here we go. 190, done, out of the way. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to move forward a little bit more in the cave and see what else comes. See what else. So down here we've got a whole load of donkeys. Again, we don't want to hit any of those. The moment we hit one of those, all of them will aggro on us. And you can see we got a 110, we got a 290, 90. We don't want to do that, so that will be bad. So we're going to just continue through. Now on here, I think down towards where I'm pointing currently, down there is where a loot drop will spawn. There's not one there today. Now I'm not particularly all over the loot drops that come in this cave because I don't spend a lot of time in here. But I'm fairly certain one spawns on that bridge or around there. And then I think we've got a couple more further in the cave. And there's one in the entrance to the artifact chamber, which we'll go in a second. So okay, we seem to be okay. If you've taken a lot of damage at this point, there is, you can go up here to this surface area here to heal your Bacillo. So you can see here, This is an oxygen chamber. So if you wish to, you can go through here. You can then take your scuba off if you need to, and heal up your bacillo if you brought some meat to heal it with, which we did, but we won't need. Let's drop the fish meat. We don't need that. We'll keep the other meat. The other meat is actually better for healing the bacillo than the fish meat. Okay, let's keep going, shall we? So, if we keep heading through into the cave a little bit further, again, we're going to go little bit by bit. I can see there's another shark down there. What are you? You are a level 90. I'm not too fussed about you. It's your 50 mates I'm worried about. And what have we got here? Okay, so here we also have sharks. We have, there is a 250 alpha megalodon. Okay. So this is where things get bad. There's a level 280 megalodon, a level 110 donkey. So, okay. So here's the thing. This 250 alpha, when that attacks me, everything is going to come for me at the same time, and that is likely to end rather badly. Let's see if we go up here. And if we can aggro it. We can aggro it without aggroing the other sharks over the other side of the cave. Then I'd be pretty happy. Is it going to aggro on us? Yes. Okay, here it comes. So now we're going to have to watch here. So for starters, these two are going to do a lot of damage. So we're going to have to watch our health. Yeah, now the donkey's involved because it's an alpha. So now what we're going to need to watch for is how many other things are attracted by the fact that it's an alpha. Yeah, so all these sharks are coming, which means we're going to have more donkeys as well, I'm guessing. So you can now see my health is starting to drop. We're doing some damage to some of these sharks, but we need to take out the alpha. Now again, I said it before, the trick here, don't move. The more I move, the more things that are going to aggro on me. So I really just need to see this through. There's the first shark gone. What else? Are we attracting any more attention? We are not, so that is good. Oh, we are. No, that shark's gone away. So now we still have, obviously we still have the 280 megalodon and we have the 250 alpha. The alpha is the one that we really need to kill. The 280 is now gone. If we can kill the 250 alpha, then I won't say we've done this cave, but we're definitely a lot closer to finishing it. And we should get, I'm hoping we get a few levels from this so we can add a little bit of melee. There we go. Alpha shark dead. Nice. Right, here comes the donkey. She's not alpha boosted anymore, so look, she's a 290, so she's not going to be easy to kill, but she'll be a lot easier now than she was because she's no longer boosted. And again, hopefully if we can kill this one and we haven't attracted the attention of any of the others, then we'll have done well. There we go. All right, how many levels did we get? 8. That's all right. Okay, they're going to go straight into melee. I think that's where we need them the most to increase our damage output. And okay, so we've taken a bit of damage there. Probably not a bad idea to heal before we head into the artifact chamber. Alright, fully healed. Let's put our scuba back on. And head back down. Let's just get my bearings a little bit here. Where were we? We were through here, weren't we? Man, through here, this section where the alpha was conveniently positioned. There's now a donkey there. Did he just spawn there? Level 90. Don't know. So down here below us is, if I can get closer to it, this hole here, right in front of us, down there, is where the artifact is. But we're not going to go there just yet. Because we've cleared half the cave. We're going to continue into this section of the cave. Because if we go in the artifact chamber and then come back out again, there will probably be a whole load more stuff has respawned out here. So I'm working on the assumption that things won't be respawning while we are in the chamber. Now, let's go around here. I don't know if we've got any megalodons around here. Haven't seen any loot crates yet, so there's normally a loot crate around here, somewhere in this section, in this little sort of path around this rock. So you would normally see something there. None in here today. Alright, so that's the direction we've come from. There's that tech pillar which is next to where the artifact chamber is. And then if we go into this section, this is where you've got to watch out. Sometimes you get Tusos or you get, what are they called? Moses spawn in here, which can be a little bit awkward. And then if you go down to here, this leads into another chamber, and this leads through a very daunting tunnel, because if you get stuck in this tunnel and you get mobbed by things, then your life is going to get complicated very quickly. It is appropriately red. I'm sure that's designed just to make you particularly nervous as you go through. And then we come into this last chamber here. And this is where you will find the first explorer note, which is down here. And so we can see there, I'm going to trigger that. There we go. There's the first explorer note. That's the jellyfish dossier. And then when you come up here, so I've not seen anything spawn in this chamber. I think this chamber is okay. I don't think anything spawns in here. I could be wrong. As far as underwater is concerned, at least, anyway. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. And then we go up the top here, and this is actually where we're going to need to bring the Psycho. So this is the that's why nothing's spawning in here. So we've got Basilos in here. We've got a Plezzy. Okay, so someone's done this so that they can. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't think loot drops spawn in this area. Maybe they do. Maybe that's why. But we've got a couple of locals there have left their stuff here, and obviously they've got it so that they can spawn on that platform saddle, and then hop on what looks like a baryonyx there in the water, and run up and do the rest of this cave. So this is the section that we need to come back with the Psycho, and as I said, look, in this instance, there's nothing in this chamber. I have been through this cave on a different server and also found nothing in this chamber. So I'm going with the assumption that that's how it is. We've got a loot crate down here, actually. So here we go. There is something in this chamber. A loot crate. Oh, there's our scuba. Replace our scuba tank. And so here we go. Are we game enough to hop off and get the loot crate? I don't like getting off my tame in this cave, I'm going to be honest. Alright, well, I mean, I suppose it's good loot. It's a 298 Ascended assault rifle blueprint and a Titan helmet blueprint. I mean, I'll never use them, but I guess it is capped Ascendant gear. But anyway, so there we go. So there's the first explorer note down there. The rest of them are on land, and we're going to need a land creature to get to them. So we're going to have to come back with the Sarco in order to do that. Obviously, you can also do it with a Baryonyx. There's nothing through there. That looks like there's a tunnel there. There isn't. We're going to come back into this main chamber, back out of the red tunnel, the daunting red tunnel. And then we're going to head around the corner here, see if anything's respawned. The respawns in this cave are pretty quick, so we do not want to spend too long in that other chamber, because, here we go, we've got some eels. Let's get rid of them. And then we can head down into the artifact chamber. Okay, now let's go down into here. Now this chamber is a little bit different to how it worked in ASE. So in ASE, you go down this tunnel, and then in this chamber here was full of stuff. So you'd get alphas in here, you get eels, you'd get all sorts of stuff in here. Yeah. What have we got in here today? We have a shark. Oh, it's an alpha. Okay, to be fair. And we've got a donkey. All right, maybe not as easy and straightforward as I'd hoped. What's this level? Alpha. This is... can't tell, actually, from here. But we're going to kill it anyway. So we're not getting swarmed by stuff, which is good. In ASE, this chamber itself would have been full of things. And therefore you would have had a lot of trouble, particularly if you hit an alpha in here. And so the strategy in this section was to swim straight out the other end and then hang a hard left into the artifact chamber. And most of the things in this chamber would get hung up on the wall, and you would manage to get away. But that doesn't work anymore with the pathfinding. And not only that, but you usually find that there are actually more things in the artifact chamber than there are in this little tunnel. So I'm going to go through and kill this alpha. It's now the only thing in here with us. It's not getting very bloody, so I'm thinking it's a pretty decent level. Because otherwise it would be almost dead now. So what I might do, again, bit of a click fest, I might just bring you back when the alpha's dead and we can move into the next chamber. Okay, that was a 270. Yeah, pretty decent level. Let's pump that into health. I've lost about 5k health out of that. Not going to lose too much sleep over that. Now, before we move into this next chamber, just point out that sometimes a loot crate will spawn here as well, just on the side there. Tends to be a red crate, and you can get some pretty decent gear out of that. And now we're going to go through, and as I said, in ASE you would come through this little hole here and take a hard left, and you could leave most of the stuff behind. But in this chamber, I'm expecting there to be a few things. Yeah. So, so there we go. Hopefully we don't have another alpha. No, we don't seem to. So we've had the alpha. That's good. Not going to complain about that. That's for sure. We've got a few sharks here, but that's okay. They're not alpha boosted because we got rid of the alpha. Now that alpha may have even been in here, and it may be that someone let it back out. I don't know. Can't say for sure. Okay, we've got a 260 shark here as well. This one won't be too hard to kill. Once you've done a level 270 Alpha Megalodon, everything else seems to be rather easy. So we've got a male 260 as well, so they're mate boosted, that's a bit of a shame. We have a 180, we had a 110 but we've already killed that. These shouldn't take too long. Just check back here and make sure there's nothing else that's going to pop out of the wall and grab you before you hop off and get the artifact. So it seems like I'm being a little overcautious. The other thing that you can do, and this is probably not a bad trick either, is hop off the Basilo and then hop back on it again. Well, he says, no. Oh, well, let's just grab the artifact then. I popped a little close to the artifact chamber, the artifact container. So you can hop off your Basilo, then hop back on again, and then if anything aggroes to you, you can see it coming. Alright, that's the artifact of the Cunning, I think. Yes, in the hard water cave. So now we're going to head out of the cave because we've covered everything apart from those explorer notes in that last section, which we're going to do afterwards. Let's grab the Sarco. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to go in just on the Sarco. I'm going to take the Sarco on follow. And we'll go in with the Basilo and have the Sarco following us. I think that's possibly the way to go. So hopefully, if we're quick, not too much will have respawned and we'll be able to get in there. Alright, so now we're going to get on the Sarco. Nice. And we're going to head up onto the bank here. And we're going to take off our scuba gear because we don't need it now. Now, in here we have... So we get scorpions, we get spiders, I believe you get in here. We've got bats, I think, spawn in here. Nothing seems to have spawned in here, so that I think that's because we've got people in here with stuff. Unfortunately, there are a few things in here, but nowhere near as much. Normally, this is quite overpopulated in here. But again, you know, we got our Sarco. We should be able to deal with anything that's in here. These are pretty high level bats, to be fair. Let's just get these explorer nodes, shall we? So we head up here, and here is one of those explorer nodes. So what's this one? This one, we read it. This is the Helena note number 9. You can find it at the back here. Gonna have to deal with these scorpions. Just hope they don't knock out the Sarco. Because if it goes to sleep now, I'm in trouble. There we go. We're getting direct hits on them. It seems okay. I think it's only really an issue when we can't turn around and hit them properly. Alright, there we go. That's that. Now we're going to head through this tunnel here. I'm just going to run past the bats. Head through this tunnel, head straight across here, and we should find our final explorer node for this cave. Did we get a loot drop? I feel like we get a loot drop here. See a lot of stuff here. That is a lot of stuff, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of stuff. Alright. Well, there's the There's the Explorer node. I'm a little concerned. We're going to lose a lot of health here. Because, as I said, this Psycho's not fantastic. Let's see if we can lead this stuff back over here. We might need to do a bit of plan B stuff here to get past. Because, wow, look at all those bats. Massive levels too. Okay, so if we go over here, this is where the final Explorer node is. That was a difficult berth. And I'm not even going to stop and look to see what it is, because we have too many things here. And I'm going to be honest, the Psycho is going to get killed if I hang around here too long. Let's see if we can clear the way a little bit. Yeah, bring a Barry. There's my advice. Bring a Baryonyx. Can't go wrong with a Baryonyx. Let's just get out of here. Alright, so there we go. So we'll head back the way we came. Let's check up here. I think there's any... I don't think there are any loot crates spawned here. But it would make sense if one did spawn up here. Particularly given that we've got someone's parking tames in that other section. So I would expect there's some reason for that. They can't be doing that so that they can gain consistent access to the Explorer nodes. That makes no sense at all. Let's pop this guy up. So in hindsight, my suggestion would be to use the use a Baryonyx, not the Psycho. Let's put our scuba gear on before we forget and suffocate, and let's head back out of the cave. So same as I said before, I tend to anytime exiting this cave, I find it's always best to just swim slowly. And then if a load of stuff starts to aggro on you, you have the opportunity to kick it up a gear and head at a sprint. It's better than sprinting through half the cave, running out of stamina, and then getting mobbed by a load of stuff while you're trying to recover your stamina. Particularly if you've taken damage in the cave, because obviously your stamina recovers slowly if your health is low. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, let's head back out. So there we go. Just to give you an idea, on the way out, there is a 190 male alpha megalodon, which has respawned there. So as I said, the respawns on these things are pretty quick. So you wouldn't want to be taking too much time grabbing those Explorer notes and getting back out again. But I am going to just make a run for it. I'm not going to bother killing that guy. I don't need to be honest. I don't. If I had a chibi with me and I was still chibi leveling my character, then maybe, but I'm not going to bother. So we're going to hit sprint because everything seems to have aggroed on us now because of the alpha. Hopefully we can get out of the cave before we run out of stamina. So the stamina on this guy isn't great, to be fair. And that stuff started aggroing me a bit sooner than I would have preferred. But there we go, we should be alright. And there we go. So that is the hard underwater cave, the Caverns of Lost Hope. Where you can find the artifact of the Cunning, which you'll need for the dragon, and you can also get yourself 3 Explorer notes there. One of them is in that last water chamber, and the other 2 are right at the back in the above water land section within that chamber. So not something, I don't believe something that I would try and do on foot solo, unless maybe if you took grapples and you had a sword for the bats, maybe, I don't know, you could probably get away with doing it, but I wouldn't entertain it. I would take a baryonyx in there next time though, rather than a Psycho. I think the Psycho was a bad idea. So if you're going to speed run it and just try and get to the end there, the Psycho might be a better option. But if you're going to do what I did and go and clear the cave first and then have something on follow to get you through that land section, then I would definitely use a baryonyx next time, because it'll be much better when you get to the land bit. Okay, that's it. I guess the only other thing to mention is that last chamber. So I've said it before, when I do these caves, I do play on official servers. I have no control over what other people do or what they do or when they do it on these things. So I have no influence over people leaving tames in chambers to try and stop stuff spawning. So it just is what it is. I have to say that I do play on 2 different servers, and in both servers that back chamber has not had anything spawn in it. That doesn't mean that things don't spawn in there, even on official servers. We did see a jellyfish in there today, so it's quite likely that you may find that stuff still spawns in that back cave. So my apologies if you encounter more things than we did today, but I do not clear the caves before I go through. It is an official server, so I have no control over the spawns. What spawns is what spawns. And as you saw, we did come across 2 high-level alpha megalodons today, and a 3rd one on the way out, which we quite frankly just ran away from. So look, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, maybe leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We have one last cave to do on the island, and that is the hard ice cave. I'm not going to lie, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not entirely sure which strategy I'm going to apply. When I did it on preparing for ASA, I did it on foot with grapple hooks. I may do that method. I'm going to try using baryonyx to get through there, but I'm not overly confident about how that's going to go. But anyway, we'll just see how we go when we get to that. So stay tuned for that one. That's coming up soon. So I'm Llama. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and for now, I'm out of here.